Welcome to SortaOkay Reviews, where every fandom's welcome. I'm Nathan Bedard.
I'm Brad Newton.
And today, we're doing One Piece Chapter 908, The Reverie Begins.
Now this one we're doing a little bit late because we had stuff going on last week, but there is no chapter this week, so we decided let's just go ahead and do this review.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks, but at least Oda's been, leaving us with good, he's gave us, 4 good chapters in a row.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay if he needs a break, go take it, have him rest up, come back next week, more information. But let's get into the chapter review.
Yep. So this week we're still in the Orlumbus cover story, which I thought might have been the end last time, but we're still there. He just seems to be, signing some papers, and it's still at 3 p.m. now because it's going throughout his day, what he's been doing with his day. So he's writing the rules for all the pirates, all the rules they should follow.
Which I think's been the longest cover for page for Straw Hat.
I think it was 5 per person. I don't know how long this one's been going on.
Been going on for a little bit now.
Mm-hmm. So we start with this chapter. We're going back into Pangaea Castle, and we see Shiroshi is being healed by, I said her name earlier. I forget it now. Manchuri.
Manchuri, yep.
Yeah, Manchuri. She was there, and apparently she came with Leo. She was hiding, because she's small. They did the prank where the dwarfs are small and they hide, but
quick thought, thinking about it, forget the Disney princesses. Mm-hmm. Imagine a room where, well, now it's happening, but Shirahoshi, Vivi, Manchuri, Violet, God, that's gotta just be, I would like to be there someday.
And then they make the joke about, they say, the biggest princess and the smallest princess are, talking to each other.
Yeah.
And then we get back to the celestial dragon that saved Shiroshi, and he says pretty much that we're going. He's gonna stay by Shiroshi's side. He's like, I'm gonna. He doesn't seem very confident in his proclamation, but he's like, yeah, I'll take responsibility and I'll stand next to her and guard her the whole time.
Which is good because seems like celestial dragons, no matter who they are, even if it's this guy who's nice, they don't get messed with. So. I guess it adds a bit of protection for her so far.
Yeah, I think something else is going to happen later on, but we'll see. And then, Leo asks, he's like, does that mean we could beat up anybody? He's like, the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. So maybe there is going to be this big incident that Oda mentioned. Maybe it will happen with Sai and Leo, and Elizabeth are there as well. So maybe they will do something. And then we see a certain somebody comes back. And he's like, sorry, Vivi, I should have been there to protect you. And that is...
What's the name?
It's Pell.
Pell. Yeah, so, we know he's alive, which, that's a death I don't know if it should have stayed dead, he took a bomb away, it meant something,
yeah,
but...
He definitely should be dead.
But you know what, I'll forgive it as long as Pedro stays dead.
Yeah. So, moving on, we get introduced to this new queen. And I guess the name of this kingdom is the Sorbet Kingdom. It says Queen Connie. So she's just walking around outside. And do you want to say something?
Yeah, well, we later find out that
she is this
Bonnie.
Queen. Yeah, it's Bonnie. Which I didn't expect Bonnie to be here.
Yeah, because I thought this is legit character, and now I'm wondering, is this a legit character, or is she she just Bonnie look alike a little bit, so when she turns older she's able to she can imitate her pretty. I don't know, it's a little confusing.
Another aside thing here is Oda ages women in One Piece don't age well.
No,
because if you would have told me that was Bonnie, I would have been like, nah, Bonnie wouldn't age like that. So women don't age well in the One Piece world.
They shrink.
They're
just shrinking. Their heads grow, or in Big Mom's case, they just get really bigger.
Yeah, I don't know. And then we get again, Charlos is still just sitting there with his freaking face caved in.
This man's gotta learn. I hope he gets hit one more time, though, by the time at the end of the series.
Yeah. He needs to just keep on being hit. And then we're introduced to his dad, which is Roswald. So Saint Roswald's there. And, he's complaining to his dad and stuff. But the bigger thing that happens is the slave that Roswald is riding.
Yep, this was like a big surprise. I had a double take. I looked and like it's Kuma. Like we knew that something was going on. Said he was losing his mind to the government, but I
thought the government would use him as a weapon, not just give him to the Celestial Dragons and make him slave.
Yeah, because I guess maybe they got the things for his weapons, so they're good. So they like go to the Celestial Dragons, or maybe this was part of Kuma's plan, so he can be at the the reverie. I don't know. And it's also stated that he was a king once, of a country, which is interesting.
Yeah, we did not get that information before. They just called him Kuma the Tyrant. So they actually also say he was a former executive of the Revolutionary Army as well, which we knew.
Yeah, we already knew that.
But it's never been like introduced like as part of his title before. So it's like, oh yeah, we're taking turns renting out Kuma as a slave now. He's like the invincible slave. We can hit him and stab him.
Which is, it's like, why stab? I thought maybe he was resisting, but no, they're just stabbing him for fun. Which,
well, it seems like he's completely like lost his consciousness now. He's just legit a robot.
Yeah, I wonder how well this is gonna play out when the revolutionaries reveal themselves and they try to get him back. I wonder if it's gonna be a.
I wonder if they could change him back to Kuma.
I think it's gonna be Dragon. I think it's gonna be when Dragon shows up. I think he's gonna say something to him. And we're going to get a little bit of a backstory with Kuma this arc, I think, maybe.
That'd be interesting. And then, again, this is where we learn that that queen is actually Bonnie. But the interesting thing we didn't mention is that it said Kuma was a former king, and then now Bonnie is posing, we don't know if she actually is, but the queen of the Sorbet Kingdom. So they both were king and queen of the same place. So does that mean Bonnie's related to Kuma somehow? I don't know.
Yeah, plus, didn't Bonnie get captured by Blackbeard?
She did. No, Aki-Inu. Blackbeard, she got defeated by Blackbeard, and Aki-Inu captured her after that.
So I guess he gave her to the Celestial Dragons, but I guess she escaped, maybe?
We have no idea how she got out. But last time we saw Bonnie, she was captured by Aki-Inu. So she's alive and well. Or actually, we have seen her since, but we didn't know she was here. And then she's crying over what's happened to Kuma. So they're obviously at least friends of some sort. Like I said, that she could be his mother, she could be his daughter, because with Bonnie's freaking power, we have no idea how old she is.
Yeah.
So, it's interesting to see their relationship, what their relationship's going to be. And then we cut to Sabo. And then Sabo's sees what's happened to Kuma, and then this is the most Luffy face I've ever seen on Sabo. He is pissed. He's like, one of our friends, our Nakama, our comrades, has ended up in a situation like that. He's like the gentle Kuma. It's like our friend.
Yeah, I like we get that little. It's just a little panel, but we get the little panel of Kuma actually smiling because when we first met Kuma, he kind of
was already half robot cyborg.
Was already half robot, half cyborg, and he kind of did some stuff for the Straw Hats, but then he saved them. So I don't know. It's just cool to see. It's like, okay, yeah, he's definitely a good person. It seems like. And
then we see the revolutionary commanders all sitting down there, and they're discussing their strategy. It's like, yeah, I know. There's no way we're gonna leave Kuma. It's like He said that's the reason we came here after all. So maybe one of the reasons for them coming here is to save Kuma. So hopefully they save him, and hopefully they can get Kuma back. Because he was an interesting character that I'd like him not be dead, for him to be able to regain his consciousness. So they're still discussing, the plan a little bit, what they're going to do, the revolutionary commanders are. And they've all decided that it's we have to do this. It's victory or it's death.
Yeah, I think this is setting up, you got the revolution commanders and, Dragon's probably there. I bet they're powerful. They really are powerful. But you have some of the admirals there. You have some of the you have the Celestial Dragons. You have their guards, CP0. I think you're gonna have some of the kingdoms definitely turning against the world government at the end of this.
And then we get the Oda boxes with the narrator saying, "So the day has arrived," and it's going over how the world's broken up again into the four seas: the west, east, south, north, blue. And then the Grand Line with the red line in the middle. So we see how the world's divided again. And then it says, again, the world government's comprised of over 50 countries and kings and queens representatives, which we learned back in Enies Lobby, back when Luffy shot down the flag.
Yep.
And then, so again, we see like the large conference that takes place every 4 years is about to begin, and so we see all the kings and queens coming in. They're sitting down. It's we see Stelly in the background going, "Whoa!" Like what's his head's bobbing back and forth, going, "What's going on here?" And we see Wapple and Dalton again, Neptune, and a few other of the kings. I don't know the two in the middle there, but we see Elizabeth is there.
One punch.
Yeah, the King Punch guy. So they're kind of talking about Luffy here before the reverie even started. So it seems like Luffy's going to be the big topic of discussion here, because they're just talking about, like he says, after the attempted assassination of Big Mom, he's like, he's going to Kaido next. Or like, man, this guy's just going to keep on causing trouble.
Yep, and then we get this really beautiful panel, and I can't wait to see this in the anime. Mm-hmm. We get pretty much, some more of the other countries' leaders and stuff, but then we get the giant round table. We get, President Trump, Kim Jong-un. Like, this is the real meetup that we've been waiting for.
You got Hitler over here.
Yeah, Hitler over here, friggin'. But no, yeah, we get all these, the kings of the world, kings, queens of the world. Mm-hmm. It's really cool. The reveries begin. Let's get into it.
Yeah, and they discuss. They say there's a chairman that changes each time, and I assume they just pick one king or queen at random, and they say they're in charge of the proceedings. So this time it's the guy named Bollywood, I guess, or Ballywood.
And I think they state that the reverie lasts 3 days, right?
7 days.
7 days, which is crazy. It's like. Mm-hmm. Do they take breaks or something, or are they just legit in there in that room discussing stuff for 7 days?
I'd assume they have breaks.
I guess, but that's so crazy. You think you would be able to wrap it up in a day, but it depends. I guess it depends on what they're talking about, what's going on.
Mm-hmm. And then it says, looks like the conference started. King Cobra of Alabasta has requested a meeting for us during the conference. So the 5 elders are going to show up at some point. They're like, they want the 5 elders there to discuss something, which King Cobra specifically asked for him. So I'm curious what King Cobra wants to talk about with the 5 elders. And then they mentioned that the Nefertari family was the only family of the Celestial Dragons that decided to live with the rest of the people, like the common people. So the Nefertari family was like, they are technically were originally Celestial Dragons, but which is a nice thing. So. But the 5 elders consider them traitors. They're like, in other words, we don't really like them or trust them. So they're discussing. They're saying there's Big Mom, there's Kaido. It's been 2 years since the Summit War, and it seems like just everything's going off the rails now. The balance of power can't be kept anymore.
Yeah, I like that they keep slightly hinting at this meeting with Big Mom and Kaido. Like, they're afraid of this. So like this is something pretty big, even for the 5 elders to be scared.
Yeah. And then we get a scene of the guy again, which I thought, knowing Oda, that we wouldn't get to see this guy again for another 100
chapters. It's adventure
chapters.
time again. It's adventure time.
Yeah.
And I think we see now that I think the other bounty poster he was holding was Blackbeard's, because he is a bounty poster. Shirahoshi doesn't.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, maybe we assume that it was Blackbeard. So we see, hey, he sticks a knife in Shirahoshi, which doesn't bode well for Shirahoshi.
Nope.
Maybe he knows that Shirahoshi's Poseidon. But and then again we see the cut up pictures of Luffy and Blackbeard.
And thinking about that too, like there are 4 ancient weapons of the world government. 3. There are 3. And like I like that they are emphasizing on Shirahoshi being Poseidon the most, because I mean if you think about it, Poseidon, the sea, like that's the most powerful thing with the pirate, like the sea. So I think that
it's the 3 weapons are Uranus, Poseidon, and Pluton. Pluton was the one that Frankie had the plans for, and that Crocodile was trying to get. The only one we don't know anything about right now is Uranus.
Yeah, I think Uranus might be like a ship or something, like a flying ship.
That's what. Maybe not flying, but that's what Pluton was a ship. So I don't know. But anyway, we see they're like imu-sama. So his name's Emu, I guess. IMU is what their people are saying. So Emu, I guess is how you pronounce it. It's like, we the 5 elders are here beneath you. And where's Emu sitting?
On the throne. So I like Oda completely. He's like, yep, nope, nobody sits on this throne. Nope, just kidding. Hey, someone's sitting on this throne. And like I'm wondering, like, could this be one of the final boss of One Piece?
Mm-hmm.
Or could this be the main guy that's been orchestrating?
I think this is going to be Dragon's final fight. That's just my opinion, though.
Maybe, yeah. But, like, yeah, we've been told, like, the five elders of, like, the main guys,
they lead the world government. Yeah.
Like, they even...
Him and Kong, at least.
I think even they don't, like, they don't bow to celestial dragons. I think they are celestial dragons.
Yeah.
So, like, this guy to be on the throne...
I don't think they're celestial dragons, but I still don't think they bow to them.
Plus, I think if the world... Like, I think if the leaders of some of the countries find out that there's a guy that's been pretty much ruling over them, yeah...
Because Oda explained the whole purpose of the reverie was to show that no one was above everybody else.
Yeah.
But apparently there is.
Like, there's celestial dragons are, but... I mean...
There's multiple of them. There's no one single person.
There's no one single person making all the choices, yeah. Mm-hmm. But, yep, so we get that, like, little cliffhanger. And, of course, we're on break next week, which, I mean, it sucks, but he could take a break, give us some time to do... catch up on our videos, but... It's a great chat. I'm loving the Reverie arc.
And then, before you get into that, real quick, just something that Greg from the One Piece podcast, Phil, the One Piece podcast, he tweeted out that the eyes of this emo character are the same as the eyes of Zoe. Like, if you put the panels next to each other of Zoe, the elephant, and Emu, like, they have the same eyes. Just saying, maybe they're from the Void period, or maybe they're from the moon or something. Who knows? Mm-hmm. Just an interesting thing to point out. But anyway, yeah, this was a very solid chapter.
If they make the royalties like the moon people, it's gonna be kind of interesting because, like, like that's kind of like what Naruto did.
I've read a theory before that, like, the celestial dragons came from the moon, and that's why they wear the moon man, like, orbs over their head. There's hundreds of One Piece series out there, though.
Yeah.
So who knows?
But overall, great chapter. Love the Reverie arc so far. If Oda's editor is correct, we don't got that very many chapters left of it, so hopefully it's gonna keep being more information packed. We're having fun doing it, but that's gonna do it for us this week.
Yep, and as always, you can hit that subscribe button over there, and then last week's review will be right here.
Yep, get us to 50 subs. We're doing a giveaway, but that's gonna do it for us. We hope you enjoyed this review, and we hope you have a good day. Thank you.